Sim Kaktila. Welcome back to another podcast with our beloved counselor, SAMARPITA. Before anything, please let me start off by apologizing for the huge delay in the posting of a new episode. However, we promise to now regularly post it. In today's episode, we are going to talk about counseling, its importance, and why exactly should we feel a need to approach it. Here we have Dr. SAMARPITA NATH with us. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Tell me, what do you want to know?
So my first question to you would be, what exactly is counseling?
Okay. So counseling is a very huge definition. Like it has a very huge meaning about it. But the thing is, like, I just wanted to keep it short. That is like you can say a suggestion or suggesting people, those who doesn't know about like what to do in life, because we have history, geography, civics, English, so many subjects taught in the school, but the subject life nobody teaches, you know. So here I comes here so that they can know more about the life and how to coach their life all about. So that is called counseling.
Okay, thank you very much for the wonderful answer. Now, my next question to you would be, what good does counseling do to us? What is its importance?
Okay, so now so many students are there, those who doesn't know like where to turn, where not to turn, what to do, what not to do. So many questions are there in their mind. And sometime what happened is like they go to their parents, but they can't talk about it because they are not much, you know, clear, or they are not having that relationship or rapport with their parents to talk about. So and if they are talking to their peer group, that will also do, but the thing is like they are having the same kind of thought process, same kind of age, and the brain expertise is not there. So that's the use, you can say, you know, coming to a counselor, talking about the things, they may get the direction what they wanted, and it's nothing but a lifestyle modification, you can say.
So they are in safe hands talking to you about anything and everything.
Definitely, whether it is any kind of problem, if it is not a problem, they wanted to share something, if they are, you know, they wanted to take out their stress, they can come and communicate, because communication is the way which gives the brain that signal that you are free if you are communicating well. It won't give that suppression to the brain. If they are talking, they are good. If they are not talking, they will be feeling so much of stress. And coming to me or other counselor, it's going to be very safe for them, because the secrets remain in here. And when we are wearing the apron or coming to a, you know, clinical thing, then we take an oath that we are not going to share anything with anybody else. So that's the catch, you know.
Okay. So, how is counseling different? Like, how is counseling different from the other methods of healing an individual from mental and psychological trauma?
Okay, now the counseling is different and the healing is totally different. Counseling is like if you're having any environmental factors or some external stress, then you can come and take the suggestion, that is called counseling. But when if it is like something disorder in depression or delusion disorder or personality problem or something like behavioral issues, then they have to go for the healing, which we call therapies. So we have different therapies for that reason. But counseling is a different thing, which everybody now and then they can get it, they can achieve it, they can go for it, no problem. But if it is a therapy, that comes to a like second stage or the final stage of healing. So that's the thing.
So, a student can approach you for both counseling and therapy?
Definitely, but they have to come for the counseling first so that we can clinically assess them what they needed, and after that we will guide them that what is required next. If it is like some lifestyle modification is required or diet therapy is required and the all is done, then nothing to do with the therapies anymore. But if it is required, like yeah, they want to go for the different kind of procedures after this, then they will be directed to get the therapies as well. So after coming only, we can diagnose and prognose the case. So that's the point.
So, how exactly can a person get to know that they are in need of counseling or therapy? What are the symptoms? Should what should lead on to them coming here?
Okay, so now talking about the adolescents or the children, if we are talk about, like adults have the different kind of symptoms, but if we are talking about only the school going children from 14 to 18, that kind of group, if we are targeting that, then there will be, lot of confusion in their lives. One, this is the one symptom. And the second symptom will be they will be lost, they will be distracted. When the teacher is, doing the class, they are teaching, but they will be somewhere else. They will be thinking something else. They are not into 100% in the class at that time. So that is again a symptom. Again, if we go move forward, then hunger or appetite will be a little bit less. They won't be feeling, hungry. And add on to it, if it is like more of stress or they are going through with some problems inside, then they will be eating more in one break or one time or one portion. So that is again a symptom. Again, if we go more, if we move forward to it, then sleeping, it will get affected. They won't sleep or sleep more, like they will be sleeping at least for 16 to 18 hours somewhere. So that is again a symptom, and that is an important symptom for the adolescents children.
Okay. So, my next question to you is how exactly can an individual approach counseling, you or any other counselor?
They have to little bit, collect all their courage, and they should feel confident about it, and they should little bit, analyze about themselves that if they are not getting help from somebody else and they are not satisfied about it, they can go and directly approach the counseling or counselor. So that's the best thing to do.
So, talking to a counselor is the best way rather than talking to anybody else.
Yes, that's true because we are professionally trained and we know understand the subject, we understand the people's mind, we know about their actions. So we are the best people to train them about their lives from rather than else.
Okay, so my next question and one thing that I'd like to lay a focus on, I'd like to shine the focus light on is can you become the third party? Like, can you convey any message that a student or a parent, for instance, has to deliver to somebody?
Yes, we can, but the thing is, like the patient who is coming to us or the child who is coming to us, the permission has to be there because he is the whole soul in charge of his body and mind. So if he feels like that it should be permissible or something, if he is giving his permission that yes, you can talk to my parents or my teachers, my educators, whoever it is, he just wanted to know about it, then we can definitely become a third party because sometimes it's what happens is like the child doesn't know how to approach or to confess their feelings to the parents sometimes or their educators or their teachers. So they can definitely approach us, the counselors, and we know we are trained for this, so we will be telling in our own way that how to put this forward. So that's the best part, I think.
What about filtering? Like, how exactly are you going to filter what information to let in on to the other people?
Oh, it's a very good question actually. When we do the parenting counseling, that time we see the thing what are the rules which they are following. So according to them, we just filter the things that what is required for them and what's not. Because talking about everything, it's not going to work. So what they actually need and the information about the child, we deliver that thing only. So that's the quality of filtering, and we do that from our way.
Okay, so oftentimes students don't exactly realize that they need help. They'll think that it's normal for their age group, and etc. etc. They will think that the best way is to just ignore it and move on, right? So how should anybody else, and mainly the parents, how will they come to know that their child needs help?
Mhm. We talk about like before I spoke about the symptoms, So the parents has to really, little bit observe the students or their children, like what are the symptoms they are showing. If all the symptoms which we already spoke about, if they are coming, then definitely the child need help. And you're talking about ignoring. Ignoring definitely helps in some point of time. If it is like very minimal or level 1 we say, then ignoring will definitely help them. But if it is like going on and it's becoming more severe, if it is severity is like now the people can see, people can observe the things too, then I think the professional help is required for them, because ignoring is not going to work for them like this. But the thing is, like, I just wanted to talk about this, and it should go to the parents as well, that the stigma is there. If the child is coming to a counselor, they think that the child is insane or mad. But I just wanted to clarify this thing, that those who are mad or insane, they doesn't understand what is counseling all about, or suggestion or something like that, because that is not worth at all for them, because only the medication, ailments, shock therapy, that is a very different group or a process where insane people or mad people are taken off. They need neuropsychiatrist, they need somebody else, not the counselors or the normal psychiatrist or the psychotherapist. So talking is something which the person can understand. So understanding when they are fully into their minds. So that's the thing. This message has to be given to all of them, those who are listening this podcast. So that's my point.
So, the conclusion we can draw from this episode is that counseling is nothing but just going to someone, going to a trained individual, and just talking to them.
Yeah, but not only trained individual, they are impartial. They doesn't judge you. Why? Because for us, this is the model of the world which is working. Like for us, the brain is just a model of the world. If they are making any mistake also, then also we don't judge. Why? Because they are taking the actions according to the situation. So taking an action or making a mistake, it's the thing. It's a, what you say, a parameter to learn something into your life. So judging or putting into some stigma, we don't do that. So it's always safe and good to talk to a professional counselor. I think that's the best thing, because they are getting a license, because they are working hard. They are studying for 16 to 18 hours to get out somewhere, and they are getting the license to life coach the people. So that's the best thing, I guess.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you very much for
It's
all
my
your.
pleasure. It's my pleasure. It was lovely, talking to you all. So it's very
It
good.
was our pleasure indeed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.